Welcome back to another episode of the Leeds United Career Mode here on FC24. We take on Everton away from home in the first game of the day. It's a rather straightforward month, which is a rarity actually in this save so far, with a remarkably busy championship season and having gone out of the Carabao Cup early doors this year in the Premier League for the first time at this level. We, as such, have a slightly more straightforward first season at this level until we, of course, get to the FA Cup and have some extra fixtures scheduled in there where we'd like to actually, of course, go on a bit of a cup run if we can. No European football at the moment. We're not expecting to be in European football next season either, although we have had a bright start to the Premier League season in 9th at this particular moment in time. Although Leicester, who were the side that came up with us, or one of the sides that came up with us, have actually had a better season than us. We drew with them in the last episode, and the other side that came up with us, Middlesbrough, not gone quite so well. I think it's probably the best way to phrase that. But we have Everton to start, and then some more relatively straightforward fixtures, wasn't it? Everton, Brentford, West Ham. They're all point-gettable games, if you know what I mean. So we'll try and get some points. Do drop the video a like if you're enjoying the content. I'd very much appreciate it. It really helps with the return to content coming now after my paternity leave. And of course, thank you for your continued support in the comment section and on stream of this and all of the saves that we do. Today we're saying thank you to Evan Plays. We're saying thank you to the Gabrielle PT. Thank you for your help with the pronunciation as well in the comment section. Appreciate that. And we'll say saying thank you to Benjamin Bessemer for the support on stream. Right. Links in the description to all of the channels, be that live or video. Let's head to Goodison Park, shall we? Everton in 11th place in the Premier League thus far this season. A relatively familiar-ish looking Everton side, with Harrison, obviously sold from us to Everton, Holgate, Godfrey, Pickford, Onana, Dele, Mope up top, Onyango, Jallo and Matson and Tosin, actually the unfamiliar Evertonians, so to speak, but Beto, Calvert-Lewin, McNeil, Keane on the bench, as well as Garner and Virginia, and then Terry Mitchell as a left-back backup option. It's not a bad team, to be fair, for Everton, but it's not necessarily massively better than ours, or even better than ours on the whole at all. We can't play in white because we're away. I can't play in the dark blue because it's too close to theirs. So time to put the fruit salad kit on, I think. There has been an update as well, so the Premier League graphics have been updated and adjusted. Thank the Lord. And actually, I don't think I've updated this yet because of the live editor. This game might actually be with the old graphics. What I will do is update the game in between games, if you know what I mean. And then, oh no, there you go. It is updated. Okay, sweet. Wish, bosh, bash, bish. Just go play football. EA have supposedly made some changes to Legendary AI. Not massive changes, but little tweaks. See how that works throughout the course of this episode's recording. Oh my god, Piroe, is he about to score a goal? No, Jordan Pickford makes the save. Joel has not gotten going this year. We've not been scoring a massive amount of goals, actually, to be fair. I think there's one player, I can't recall off the top of my head who it actually was, that has like 3. It might be Ruter, actually. And then a couple of others on 1. And that's kind of it, really. We're not a massively high-scoring side at Premier League level so far this season. Whereas the Championship was just a free-for-all in front of goal. We scored a lot of goals. We scored a lot of points. We won a lot of games. Onana's just backheeled it to himself. And then finally, with another backheel, does find Alvaro Jallo. It's blocked by Roden. It's going to fall to Mope. That was very, very lucky for Everton. Thankfully, Meslier makes the save. First chance comes and goes for them, and thankfully doesn't go in. Wagner and Clark and Ruter. See the run of Wagner again. And then Jack Clark's there. This is good move. This is good football. It's great football. Everything but the finish is the phrase. Jorginho, you are better than that, pal. In the Battle of the Gingers, me versus Sean Dyche. So far, neither of us have any soul. Wagner. It's Jack Clark again. Slowing it up. Going again. Maybe not quite. Marshalling me very closely there, Jack Harrison. This is good football, though. He's just onside here, Jack Clark. Needs that support. It was Piroe who it was meant for. It was Archie Gray who somehow it found. Shot came in and was relatively comfortably blocked. Anto's going to spin on Anna really nicely there and then go for a worldie. Pickford shows good hands to deny us an opening goal here at Goodison Park. 7 or so minutes left to go in this first half. Both sides with chances. Neither goalkeeper willing to let one in thus far. Anto could go again. It's Piroe. Joel! The breakthrough is made. Piroe scores in the Premier League. Leeds 1, Everton 0 in the 41st minute. Finally, there has been a goal, and it's this ginger that has a soul, not Sean Dyche. Tosin. And into Mope. Well in. Piroe. Do I try and find Ruter? I will, and it's on his left here. Ruter! Good stop by Pickford. Yellow card for Neil Mope. Neil Mope putting himself about is not really that much of a surprise, is it? He normally does it with his mouth rather than his feet. He's now going off, though, and Beto's coming on in his place. Absolute shithouse, isn't he, Neil Mope? You love it if he plays for you. You absolutely despise it if he's playing against you. It's still 1-0 to Leeds United here, though, but they're looking to quickly spring a counter-attack with the ball out to Jallo, but they've somehow still managed to get it all the way back to their right-back and then lose the ball. All right, that was supposed to be a scoop turn. Never mind, he's tackled it straight to Piroe. Wait for a goal. 2 come along at once. Thank you. That'll be 3 points. Nice interception by Archie Gray. Ruter, here's the support. Piroe on a hat-trick. I think he might just have been on. He was. Unbelievable. You wait so long for him to score, and he bags 3 in one game. I think actually he might have gotten 1 thus far in the Premier League before this fixture. But he's certainly got multiple now. That really is one of the closest offsides we've seen for a while as well. On his right foot as well, Jordan Pickford can't keep it out. And we've come west from West Yorkshire to Merseyside, and we will go back east with all 3 points and a decent goal haul too. Ampadu. Through that gap is Ruter. Here is Nonto. I switch back to manual crossing. See if I can get the hang of it again, but so far no was the rather obvious answer to that question. Oh, that's a nice dribble. Dele Alli looking to break. Joe Rodon tracking with him, trying to stop him from finding anyone. They have found Jack Harrison. It would be classic if it was him that scored, and rather predictable, but he didn't score. Meslier stands firm. Former teammate of everybody on the field right now, or at least most. We have, of course, got some new players in this Leeds United lineup. Holgate tucks that back. Dele Alli, little back heel. Elvira Jallo. Yeah, I was going to say, I think that was a foul. Dangled a leg. Piroe getting a yellow card for something earlier on that certainly was deserved. Harrison going off now for Dwight McNeil. And Dele Alli with a free kick in a very goal-scorable position, to say the least. Dwight McNeil will take it. No, it will. Yeah, no, it will be Dwight McNeil. And he's fluffed it. So going again. And Ruter. Patrick Bamford off the bench. Patrick Bamford wants to get in on the act. He is in on the act. Everton 0, Leeds United 4 at Goodison Park. Even Patrick Bamford scored. That's when you know you've had an off day at Premier League level. No offence, Paddy, but Premier League not been your most prolific goal-scoring arena. Certainly hasn't been in this save either, but decent finish. 4-0. Last kick of the game. Our biggest win of the season. We are not flying in the Premier League. Well, okay, rephrase. We are flying in the Premier League. We're not necessarily soaring, but we are definitely off the ground. The wings have given us lift, and we're certainly solidifying ourselves in the top half of the table. Piroe with a wonderful hat-trick. We pride ourselves on our resilience at Leeds. We had to be resilient last season to keep up the title fight against Leicester City, and they were the side that were better than any of the others around us at this stage of those that came up. They've now dropped to 9th as they weren't victorious on, well, in fact, didn't even get a draw on match day 7. We got the win. We're up to 6th at the moment. There are obviously some larger sides below us who'd expect to come back above us. Villa have got a game in hand. Brentford, our next opponents, could come level on points with us should they win their game in hand, which is at home against Forest, so you would imagine they would win that game in hand. Similarly, Villa away from home against Fulham, you'd imagine that they'd win that one too. Middlesbrough are off the mark, and not only with a point, they've gotten all 3 as well. Wolves and Bournemouth still yet to win this season. Well done, Borough. You're back in business. But we are very much hoping to be top half at the end of the season, but we're not going to get too carried away with the fact that we're challenging at the moment in a European position. Villa did not beat Fulham. Fulham beat Villa and Brentford drew with Forest. So we stay 6th. Don't get used to it. It will change. But for now, we're delighted with how things are going. Now, they were indeed Piroe's only goals of the season so far. He didn't have one thus far this season. He is now my joint top goal scorer, though, after that one game. So, GG's. Ruter's up to 81 rated. Gelhardt has one. He's the striker that had one. Clark with one. Bamford now with one as well. And Dan James too. We aren't scoring a massive amount of goals. 10 goals in 7 Premier League games is not prolific. It's not bad, but it's not prolific. See, Aston Villa below us have scored 13. Newcastle 11. But we scored the same amount of goals and conceded the same amount of goals. In fact, we're exactly the same as Arsenal. No, we're not. I've just glanced that they are unbeaten so far this season. But there's no point being unbeaten if you're 5th, is there? Lose a couple of games and win a couple more, and you might be higher up the table. Brentford at home next. I need to change my shirt. Young Coombs up top alongside Ivan Toney. Shaparenko, Magoma and Janelt. Bard, Collins, Tadibo, Ayer, Röslu and Flecken in goal. They are slap bang mid-table in 10th, Brentford. They can catch us. They definitely can if they win this game. In fact, they'll go above us if they win this game. But let's make sure they don't win this game. Look at that. You can read the scoreline when Leeds United play in white. How refreshing is that? It's only taken 6 months. But we got here. We got here. Onto flattened by Magoma. Fair enough. And Janelt into Shaparenko. Brentford have been a bogey team for me in a number of saves so far. Well, in the past couple of years, actually, to be completely honest. But hopefully, on this occasion, we'll be able to deal with them at Premier League level. We've made a couple of changes to the starting lineup for this one. Just to give some fringe players some extra football. Obviously, with as fewer games as we have this year. 8 less league games. Significantly less cup games as well. I'm going to have to rotate quite a bit to keep everybody happy. It's just a case of making the right changes at the right time to ensure you can maintain results and morale throughout the squad. So far in this save, we've been pretty good at that. Better than normal, if I'm honest, which is a surprise to me as much as it is to you. But hopefully the rotation we've enacted for this fixture won't cost us a result. Probably shouldn't have done it against Brentford, knowing my history against them, but I fancy us in this one. Ethan Ampadu fancies himself against absolutely anybody. That's for damn sure. One of the stand-up players of the save so far, Ethan Ampadu for certain. Dan James looking for the run there of Archie Gray, who I couldn't find. Actually, no, it was Jamie Shackleton who's stepping in for Archie Gray today. Wagner quickly to Dan James. Here's Jamie Shackleton. Running as ever. Dan James scored 1 goal this season. Was very lucky against Tottenham to give us the victory. That one was not even unlucky. It was just bad. Magoma. Well in. Got an assist with a tackle in the last game. Wrong point of the pitch to be able to do something with it here. Oh, good effort. But well saved. Ivan Toney does not open the scoring here at Elland Road. Brentford pick up an injury, actually. Magoma did pick up a knock there as I threw myself into him with Joel Piroe. Apologies for that. Never my intention to injure anyone. Just to forcefully try and win the ball back. And Nathan Collins trying to do his best Gareth Bale impression against Stoke and getting it all wrong. As has whoever coded that camera angle. Nonto. Van Nevite. Let's go to Nonto again. Look through that gap. Piroe, I think he's on. He is. Piroe! Shackleton! Jamie! Channel cult hero Jamie Shackleton is dancing his way to a Leeds United 1-0 lead. Another fortuitous goal for us. Lovely turn by Piroe to beat 2. Tried to bend it home and it's fallen straight to Shackleton. To be fair, with Nathan Collins right in front of him, where he put it was literally the only area he could have done to have squeezed it on target. And he did it well. He did it very well. Leeds United 1, Brentford 0. Bollocks to that bogey. And into Shaparenko. All right. Nice. Appreciate that. That's something that's definitely changed since they made the alterations to Legendary. He would ordinarily, previously, have never played that pass inside like that. He'd have just stopped, turned and looked back. So I like that. Unfortunately for Brentford, it hasn't worked. But it's definitely an improvement from the AI, that. A more realistic change to the way things are going. Bye! Masraslu is sent off, and rightly so. Disgusting challenge. What on earth is he thinking? Proper madness. Well, it was difficult enough already for Brentford to come back from 1-0 down. Now they've got to do it one less man as well. And Evite looking for Joe Gellar. Try and deliver a ball into the middle and fail to do so with any real quality whatsoever. There was some call in the comment section for me to lower the referee strictness because of some red cards that were affecting, or seemingly affecting, the results of games. But this is not the referee being set to strict that's led to this red card. That is just red mist from Röslu. It's just a disgusting challenge. And the majority of the red cards that happen are because of disgusting challenges. They don't come from questionable refereeing decisions. They're all pretty obvious straight reds. So I get where the commenter was coming from to some extent, but equally, given the nature of the red cards that we've seen, good save. It's not a massive surprise, nor is it really anything to do with the referees being set to strict as to why those red cards are coming. It's more just sheer chaotic tackling attempts from AI players. Dan James, first time, probably should have waited and tried to get it under control. Thought was going to get the corner there and didn't. Could have had a second goal, didn't. Could have played that with the 1-2 to Wagner like I asked, didn't. Gelhardt and Wagner. Piroe's actually made the run. I was kind of waiting for Dan James to make the run to slot him in, which is exactly what we've done now. Oh, he tried to be cute. Outside of foot, just to guide it into that far bottom corner. It's a good save by Flecken. We're making some changes now to freshen things up. Oh, mate. That would have been a really, really nice goal from Joel. As it happens, Mark Flecken's been in very good form today. 3.5 to go. Still only one. Shaparenko to Jean-Claire Todibo. Piroe. Still putting the effort in, to be fair to him, but not getting anywhere near it. His dam's got options out wide. Ran offside there, actually, the man on the far side. Yanil into Brian Mbeumo. It's gone away from me. Meslier needed to make the save. One final Brentford hurrah in stoppage time at the end of this second half. The keeper is up for it. Shaparenko will deliver. And it's headed towards the keeper. Nonto wins the header. Everybody's on the floor. Who's going to get to that first? Drama does. And play continues here. It was in Brentford's favour, that advantage, but Mbeumo's been tackled. Fans, you can hear, are desperate for a final whistle, which now comes. Well, we took the shackles off what had been a rather rigid starting 11 for the majority of the season so far. Rotated a little bit. And it was Shackleton who took advantage of having the shackles taken off. We win by a 0-0 against the eventual 10 men of Brentford. And the bogey that previously was is no more. The bogey put to bed, thank the Lord. Up next for us then was a game at the end of the month against a team I can't remember. And then West Ham away. West Ham away. That'll be what we've got next. Every player did his job today. Why the morale is still in the yellow when we get out of a game, I've absolutely no idea, because the majority of the players are in good morale, in high spirits, and with West Ham got 6 points. We're third! Oh God! We're third. Okay, cool. Well, to be fair, we haven't played that many big teams yet, have we? So we won't get too carried away. But with West Ham to come next in a couple of weeks, player returns from injury as well. That will be Crescencio Somerville on his way back to first team duties, but not into the first team squad yet. Jack Clark will continue on. Somerville still, as you can see, they're not ready to play as of yet. But West Ham is certainly going to be a much stronger challenge than the previous. But I think Jamie Shackleton deserves another start after a goal-scoring showing. We'll give Cody Drama a start as well. In fact, I'll do that. I'll do this on the other screen. We'll do it on the other screen. No, I would not like to save them. We'll do it on this screen as we go into the game so that I don't have to make them every single time again. So West Ham's starting lineup looks like this. Nathan Trott in goal. Cresswell, Kayla, Eggard, Aguerd and Johnson. Ward-Prowse and Alvarez. Cornet, Paqueta, Kudus and En-Nesyri. Surprising to see Nathan Trott in goal with Alphonse Areola on the bench. That might have something to do with why West Ham are 16th in the league. The outfield are decent, but if the goalkeeper's absolute dirt, then you're not going to get very far, are you? Nathan Trott's not a bad keeper by any stretch, but whether he's mid-table to top half Premier League level, I highly doubt. Lovely. Clark, look at the run. Piroe looking for Furpos forward now from left back. Shackles were off in the last one, and we've made a couple more changes here. Let's give some more fringe players a game. Ordinarily, I wouldn't necessarily have done it against West Ham, but with the form they're in, we might as well. And with the form we're in, we might as well. Make sure that everybody keeps their morale, because a happy squad is a winning squad, and a winning squad is a happy squad. And hopefully we will do quite a bit of both, being happy and winning this season. That's why you don't have Nathan Trott in goal. Nonta makes it Leeds 1, West Ham 0 in the 10th minute. And I'll be honest, when the rest of your team is as good as theirs will be, 83, 83, 76, 83, 83, 79, 73, Aaron Cresswell, wow, 78, 81, 76, why are you playing a 67 rated goalkeeper? I don't really need to add anything else to that, do I? The question should be enough on its own when you have an 80 rated Alphonse Areola on the bench. Okay, now we know why West Ham is 16th. En-Nesyri. He's got the strength. He's in. Hasn't got the finishing capability. The pressure on the back of him from the defender has forced him into a wayward effort. They could have immediately fired back and got themselves level there, West Ham. But he's not done himself any favours there whatsoever, Yusuf En-Nesyri. It's a player that always looks like he might be a decent option for a career mode save. I can't recall actually using him. Did I maybe have him in the Journeyman last year on FIFA 23? I might have done, but I don't recall using Yusuf En-Nesyri before. He's always a player that is ending up in the Premier League, isn't he, in various different saves. Ah, I thought I could get there. And I couldn't. Joe Rodon booked. En-Nesyri failed. The ball was there initially. Then when I went for it, wasn't there anymore. Yeah. Penalty for West Ham then. Lucas Paqueta to take it. And Lucas Paqueta to rather emphatically bury it. 1-1. And that one's on me. So when he turns inside here, it's a heavy touch. And I thought the ball is there to be won. And then by the time I committed and pressed the button about here. And then he starts to come towards it and then start the tackle animation. But by which point, En-Nesyri is just too quick and he's gotten away from me. I press the button about now. And he takes a step and then starts the tackling animation. But by the point of contact, not even close to the ball. Paqueta takes a free kick quickly. En-Nesyri back to Ward-Prowse. Mohamed Kudus. Good delivery. Rodon heads away in inverted commas. Yusuf En-Nesyri and Paqueta already got one from the spot. Went for it again, but Rodon able to get a challenge in this time and win the ball because it was actually there to be won. Kudus, it's going to open up for him in a moment as well, isn't it? We're having to defend very hard here. So far, we're getting quite fortunate. I'll lift this looking for the runner, Jack Clark, who's going to get there ahead of Johnson. And Ruter arrives. Supports here. Piroe looking for Jamie Shackleton. Can't be found. It's going to be 1-1 at half-time, I think. But you can see how end-to-end the game is right now. And how open this fixture is. And how either side could be one to win it. Float this up. Bring it down. I mean, he is 67 rated in goal, so I might as well have a go from that sort of range occasionally. Nonto with the delivery. Got this back. And Archie Gray. And Jamie Shackleton. Yeah, I think I might just pepper the West Ham goal with shots. And eventually something will go in, won't it? Alvarez. Oh, I went for it there and got nowhere bloody near it. Paqueta. Could have gone down there. Had a little nudge in the back. Kudus. Flattened. And the referee says play on. No foul given. Ward-Prowse with a nice interception. He would have loved a free kick from that sort of range. Kudus with unbelievable footwork. And again, he's around me twice. Mohamed Kudus in the box. Taking his sweet-ass time. Finding a teammate. Blocked by Ampadu off the bench for the booked Joe Rodon. Ward-Prowse. I would have shot then. You know damn well I would have shot then. Ward-Prowse out wide here to Lucas Paqueta. It's good footwork. What's he going to do with it? Ward-Prowse into Maxwell Cornet. Ball one and corner for them. It's West Ham pressure to say the least right now, isn't it? Ward-Prowse to Paqueta. Oh, I love that. That's an excellent ball with the outside the boot, but it hasn't come of anything. Oh, Ward-Prowse taking a few risks, turning quite so slowly in the middle there. As ever, his passing is as accurate could be. En-Nesyri against Firpo. En-Nesyri very firmly wins that. I didn't know what to do there. Whether close the man down or try and stop the pass. Strength from En-Nesyri. Save from Meslier. That was quite the effort. Corner West Ham. Maxwell Cornet going off and Oliver Torres coming on in his place. Oliver Torres is a player that kind of burst onto the scene, didn't he? Years ago now. And then never really fulfilled the promise that everyone thought he was going to have. Paqueta. Here is Oliver Torres. Now watch him score a great goal against me. I didn't actually want it to happen. He hasn't, but he has gotten an assist. Yusuf En-Nesyri on his left foot is much better than his right. Yeah, looking for my defending. Nowhere to be found. His first goal of it. Paqueta. That was poor. Okay, come on then. Oh, please. Trot with a save. It was a great move. Zinchenko coming on for them now. Nonto with the delivery. Piroe is up with a header. It's going to fall to Archie Gray here. Strouk with the 1-2. Shackleton. And Jack Clark. See what he's trying to do. Cut across it so it bends back towards goal. It would have gone in if it were on target. Don't think the keeper had an answer to that. It just wasn't on target. Maybe. Maybe. Come on, Cody. Is there an equaliser in this? Cody Jarma. Oh, no, there's not. Nathan Trott with a great save. Ruter with the effort. Looking for the near post. Tilo Kehrer going off and Mavropanos coming on in his place. It's now or never. Nonto with a deep corner. Ruter's up. Mavropanos is there. Oliver Torres put everything on the line to win that header. And came off the bench and made a winning impact as well with the assist for the goal. Fair play, West Ham. That's how you would have anticipated the game going, scoreline-wise, given the quality on the pitch. West Ham obviously are where they are in the league because they keep playing a 67-rated goalkeeper. Although he did make a couple of good saves in that game, to be fair to him, Nathan Trott. But I certainly wasn't good enough in that one, and unfortunately, we will most probably find our top 4 status, or top 6 status, gone now. But it is what it is. One mistake can be costly, and on this occasion, it was indeed costly. But that one's on me. As we say, we win together and we lose together, and on this occasion, it was the latter. Somerville is now apparently fully fit again, so that's great. He's up to full fitness. Ooh, Clever Carvalho's position change. A right back, 5'6", changed to a cam. 63 rated cam now, because he certainly wasn't a right back. He definitely is a cam, and looking decent as well, so we can do his development plan. We've actually got another scout report there as well. Trying to get his passing stats up too. Looks like he could be half decent. We've got some decent youth players coming through here, but still waiting for a couple of the higher rated ones to turn 16 so we can call them up. Ellis Stokes, the most promising of those so far. Let's have a look. His final score, 82 to 94. Hello, Jack Thompson. You are the best one we've had so far in this entire save. In fact, I might go as far as to say he may well be the best youth player we've seen on the entire game thus far. 75 to 94 is worth having a look. Maybe a position change could do something for him, but 1.4 million certainly has my interest peaked. Let's see what he's all about. Anyone else from anywhere else? Felipe Barbosa, 1.2 million for him as well. 925 grand for Felipe Moraes. Okay, we are getting somewhere now. The youth squad is currently full. Okay, give me a second then. Let's have a look. Who can we get rid of? Who's rubbish? So that we can bring some more players in. Oh, you were the guy that needed potentially position change. Slide tackle, shot power, long shots and dribbling. Physically looks decent, but it's just not going to grow from there, is he? Bless him. Complete striker Harvey Brown is taking forever. I'm going to say no to you then. We'll get rid of a couple of others. 71 to 91. This was the guy that, yeah, no. Okay, Winter. I'm going to say no to you as well. Okay, let's see what else we got from that Spanish scout report then. Is it Spanish? Brazil, England, Spain. Here we go, view scout report. And then we can go and have a look at those absolute potential worldies at least. 1.4 million is pretty decent. And a 1.2 as well. Two players like that in the same week or same month is actually pretty rare for me this year. So let's have a look. 62 rated Jack Thompson. Physically decent, not sensational, but decent, and certainly with 67 finishing, definitely a striker as well. All right, he's got some promise then. Perhaps a Patrick Bamford replacement. We go for complete striker. His pace isn't terrible. We can always concentrate on that later with mobile striker, but let's get his... He's already got a 5-star weak foot as well, which is fantastic, so that's superb. We also have Barbosa. He will be the £1.4 million player. Good acceleration, not so great sprint speed, but good agility and balance. Dribbling's good, curves good, ball control's good, long shot's good. Yeah, he's definitely a winger for me. Definitely, might even be better as a mid, although his defensive stats aren't great, so we'll leave him as a winger then. And we'll go for inverted winger. Acceleration is already great. Let's get that shooting up. Let's get that sprint speed up. He also has, he's 5-star. Wow. 5-star Brazilian. You love to see it. And Felipe Moraes as well, 5'5". He's got a bit more pace. He's less impressive, but there is some promise there. So we'll wait and see what happens there. Go for wide playmaker for you and see what happens with your development. But that's a lot of youth players that could certainly do some business at this stage in a League One or certainly a League Two side. And we've got a number of players that could grow very well indeed. All right, there is plenty of promise in our youth setup. Whether they make it to the first team squad at some point in their Leeds United careers, we shall wait and see. But Somerville is back now for the next episode. Whether we bring him into the... I mean, Jack Clark's been good. What are Jack Clark's stats for the season? Let's have a look. Jack Clark, 1 goal and 1 goal only. We'll put Somerville back in. Clark feels good in game, but evidently he's not necessarily popping up with a final product yet. So Somerville will come back in. That should in theory make us even better. We've dropped to 7th, but 7th is absolutely fine for us at this stage of the season. So we will be very, very happy indeed with that. We'll save it there. That'll do for today's episode. Thank you very much for watching as ever. Do join me on Monday for more of the next episodes moving forward. But that's all for me for now for today. Enjoy your weekend. I am live on stream tomorrow with Formula 1 stuff, so come and join me. But for now, for FC stuff, that's all from me for this week here on the channel. And I'll be back on Monday for more. Thank you very much for watching as ever. I'll see you next time.